Welcome back to Diphtheria Penis Sasquatch.
Suspension. So we died after not encountering for a while, and after not encountering a save point for a while. Got to do this all over again. Yes, I know.
It's I think an interesting story.
Alright. 2.
I once was in insane asylum and encountered various zombies that were exposing their rib cages in my general direction.
Did you really?
Yeah, this is actually really similar to what happened.
Little did you know that this game is actually based on that experience that you had.
Whoa, bro.
Okay, well at least I still have the majority of my health. Back off. Back off. You know what's weird is how some people talk.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like when some people will say like Washington, but some people will say Washington.
Yeah, it's just a regional accent.
Oh boy. Like that's I don't know, it's weird to me. It's like this guy just
like
woke up from his sleep. He's like, oh fucking alright, here we go.
Like my grandma, my mom's mom was born in LA and lived in Bakersfield. If whoever's watching this doesn't know what Bakersfield is, it's quite a large city in Southern California. And most people that were raised there during the 60s, 70s, 80s, and maybe not so much the 80s, but they had southern accents. Due to people from Oklahoma during Dust Bowl moving over to California. A lot of them settled in Bakersfield, and the accent actually carried over into generations after that. And my grandmother was born and raised in LA, and then moved to Bakersfield, and she actually said Washington and Warsh, which is more of like a Minnesota kind of northern thing.
It sounds like something that's made up.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, and I traveled to Washington. It's like, you went where?
Yeah, I don't know where. Like, I would like to know where that started.
That's what because my grandma says that too, and
maybe it's not like a northern because I know a lot of Nordic people settled up in like Minnesota. And, like, the Midwest, like, Midwest Northern, but, like, the northern states, like Minnesota and and all the states up there. A lot of Nordic people settled there when a lot of people were immigrating during the 30s and stuff like that. And that's why, like, oh, don't you know, Heidi do? Like, that's where that came from, is because it's, like, basically a kind of a morphed version of like a Swedish accent.
Oh, okay.
And maybe not just Swedish alone, but you know, Norwegian, Swedish,
yeah, like Nordic,
Dutch,
area.
Like all like that, like commingled with, you know, the French, Canadian, and stuff like that. So it just kind of like turned into this like hokey doody doo.
Hoity toity.
And that's where that accent came from, and. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think that's where the Warsh thing came from. But, yeah.
No, I don't want to. It's cold and lonely in there.
But I would like to know where that came from, because it really bothers me and I hate it.
Yeah, it doesn't really... I don't hate it. I'm curious. Because, like I said...
I hate it and I'm curious.
It sounds like something that's made up.
Because, like, why are you just going to throw an R in there?
Exactly, like, It sounds like they're doing it on purpose.
Like
Washington. I've never once had the inclination to include an R in Washington.
Like, go wash your clothes.
Yeah.
And like, every other word, like, the people that use that, like, every other word that they use there's no accent. Like, it's just a, like, clean American accent.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, why don't you, go wash your clothes? Like, what?
Why don't you learn to speak properly? Not really.
You know, both of us, Californian. Northern California, to be exact. We actually have a very distinct accent.
Yeah, compared to the rest of the United States, yeah.
Well, I mean, the South has more distinct accent than we do,
So
but
much ammo.
but like,
Is this a door? Fucking goddamn it.
we
Oh shit.
we say like a lot.
Yeah, it's
It's like, hello, bro.
it's a it's basically a substitute for a comma.
Yeah.
Have I been here?
I have a hard time not using it. Like, every time I try to not use the word like,
Oh, dude, it's impossible.
it's impossible. I'm
I
struggling
also,
now. Like, I can feel my tongue like resisting.
I've tried many times not to say like, and it's really hard. Like, if you're just speaking in like short sentences, it's totally easy not
Like,
to
Burger
say.
King over there, order me food.
But if you're trying to speak in like a, so yeah, I just did it like there.
Yeah,
If you're trying to speak in a long sentence, like you don't
you did it.
see. I did it, and I totally didn't even try.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to do it right now.
it's hard.
Because if you don't do it, you have to like stop and think about what you want to say.
It's a replacement for like
Yeah.
or and it is like I'm like God damn it, I'm pausing.
So it's like I just did it again. If somebody asks you like, oh, you went to the zoo yesterday, what did you do there? You're like, oh, well.
He just used it as
I know.
Oh my god.
It's like, I just did it again. You would say, oh, I saw some lions and
like aardvarks.
some aardvarks and like some monkeys and shit.
Monkeys and shit.
And like that's just what I just did it again. It's become so common in my vocabulary that I don't even think about it. I just say it. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh,
I do the same thing with hella.
I don't really say hella that much. Like I just
Some fucking
those are hella bugs.
There's like hella bugs.
Oh god, I fucking hate that.
But I say hella quite a bit.
It sounds like every time that door opens, it farts or something. Whoa. What?
I'll usually I use hella in front of the word fucking.
Hella fucking. It's a note.
I'll just say something like, "That's hella fucking pizzas," or "That's hella fucking candles."
Hella fucking candles.
I'm just saying, if there was like a bunch of candles in front of me, I'd be like, "That's hella fucking candles." Or
what the? Oh, did I pick it up? I picked it up. Yeah, like I tried to say hella like the other day.
hey, hella
It felt really weird to me. Okay, I'm convinced I can break this somehow, but I don't know how. It's not letting me. So that wait. Okay. I came from there. No other door in here is unlocked. So like I guess I have to go hella far back.
One thing I will never, ever, ever be able to train myself not to say is dude.
Oh. Impossible.
Absolutely possible. Because every time I think of something, I'll be like, dude.
Yeah. If you live...
I constantly use it in, like, text format.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Oh, no, slug!
No, fuck you. Get out of here.
Because I'm pretty sure I text you, like, 90% of the time I text you, like, dude, did Zoe take a shit this morning?
Yeah, it's one of those California things where if you were born and raised in California, or if you lived here the majority of your life, the majority of your vocabulary is going to be dude, like, hella, and I don't know, something else, I'm sure. Oh, did I go through? Wait.
My use of gnarly has increased.
Gnarly? Maybe gnarly, too, I guess, depending on what part of California you're from.
Because I use that quite a bit.
Well, I mean, gnarly is a pretty gnarly word. It's used to, like if you see something that's...
Hey, that's fucking gnarly.
Pretty... Like, the only word I can use to describe it is gnarly. If you see something gnarly, then...
It's gnarly.
It's fucking gnarly. I don't know where to go. I've already been in there. I'm assuming something in this one right here. Hit. Okay. Locked.
You know, like, I've thought about this quite a bit. Like, I'm pretty sure this episode's a little long. But, I've thought about, like, how different the California accent is from other accents. And one of the things I've noticed that we do is we contract a lot of, like, we'll take two words and, like, mix them together. How many minutes are we at?
Yeah, we're good.
That's, didn't answer my question. Anyways,
What?
we say things like, I'm a...
You know what? I was actually thinking about this earlier.
We say I'm a...
Well, not necessarily that, but
Like, I'm gonna roll down to the coffee shop, or like,
combining, like, what was I thinking of earlier? I can't think of what I was thinking of earlier, but it wasn't combining two words, but it was basically shortening a word.
We do, like, Californians do that a lot.
Like,
well, at least Northern California.
Yeah, it's either combining words or shortening them. Not necessarily because, like, we're lazy or whatever, but it's easier to say. God, I wish I fucking remember what I was thinking of earlier. I'll give a good example. But maybe next episode I'll figure out what I was thinking of.
Here's another one. Yeah. Like, if someone say, what are you up to later? Instead of saying, what are you up to later?
What are you up to? What are you up to?
What are you?
What are you?
Like, what are you?
Yeah.
It like, instead of saying, like what are you up to later? It's like, what are you up to?
I would say that's like...
It's weird.
I would say that's like the very definition of like a California accent.
Just combining, like, scrunching words together, like contracting them.
Yeah. Wait, is this... Please don't tell me this door's been unlocked this whole time.
It's unlocked!
God damn it. Well, next episode we'll figure out where this part leads.